Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. We're here for round two. We will see if the internet will let things buck. We got the thing in a different orientation so I can see everyone's comments. And Thor Jr., we are off to the races. Marilyn Grant, thank you for the welcome back. And as to you, Krista Christensen, hello to you. Hello again, Rosie P. Corey S. saying hello, kitties. Which kitty is this in particular? Does anybody know? I've already dropped it, as a matter of fact. Belinda Dissinger, welcome. Kelly Howes. Sue Button. Yay, we're back. Well, of course, I have to give it a couple shots at least. And truth to tell, I came right down in this alleyway where I could spit on the Wi-Fi kind of output that's coming off the top of the building here. So I'm hoping that will be the ticket and we can get ourselves some semblance of a live post. And of course, Mr. White Tiger Thor Jr. is here to be his typical ham of a tiger self. Thor Jr. Originally being rescued from the Tiger King Park in May of 2021. Thor Jr., that's one of the things we often talk about is obviously the Tiger King cats in and of themselves, but Thor is actually a witness protection cat. Thor and the other Tiger King cats living under kind of the same program that you know as the witness protection here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. So always worth kind of accenting that, he not only helped us rescue Thor, but he also helped us care for Thor for a period of time where we weren't able to share the news of Mr. Thor Jr., but he was the same ball-loving, pool-loving goofball of a tiger you get to see here today. And, and I think that's certainly compounded also of kind of just seeing Thor's demeanor and knowing where he came from, the type of space he used to have, the type of conditions he used to live in at the Tiger King Park, as well as the many uncertainties in his life as if he was going to be bought, sold, or traded, if he was going to be moving from property to property to property. It's just white and black, the type of life that Thor Jr. is living here at the Wildcat Sanctuary versus the type of life he was rescued from. You having fun over there, goofball? Yeah, we're talking about how sweet life is. And you're making a good show of it. Darby pointing out how you can hear him licking the ball. You're exactly right. I can hush up for a moment even. But what you're hearing is, you can imagine the sandpaper with kind of the highest grit imaginable and then times that by 10. Just like your domestic cat at home, Thor has what are called rasps on his tongue. Essentially, they're barbs that for, maybe not the most kind of, Disney image, but for helping kind of peel the flesh from his meals when he is eating in the wild. Cleans it down to the bone, as it were, and a pretty interesting adaptation, seeing it kind of filter all the way down to our domestic cats at home, but certainly one where it's being played out on kind of the biggest platform possible on a wild scale with Thor. And, just as big as those tiger teeth are and just as powerful they are, well, he's got those big tiger tongue rasps to back it up as well. Yeah. So admittedly, I'm going to zoom out here. We know that Thor Jr., he's right along his shared wall. Thor Jr. lives across the way, from Winona, Tigress Winona. And overall, Thor Jr., he's very aware that Winona is not keen on other tigers. And very simply, one of the reasons Thor Jr. lives along this shared wall is because he doesn't push any buttons. He does not get over, try to work Winona up. He doesn't get overworked himself. He's very gentlemanly like, and the truest sense of the word. And what I'm driving at here, what I'm explaining at is, well, Thor, he can still be a little, he can still be. He still wants his attention, is what I'm trying to say. So Thor, he knows Winona doesn't give a dang about him, but he's still going to kick his ball over to the shared wall and play with his ball in front of the shared wall, just hoping that orange tiger across the way is going to be impressed by it. So kind of a long explanation to get to that, but Thor's over along his shared wall for a specific reason. It's so he can try to impress Tigress Winona, who we all know is she's a hard tigress to impress when it comes to just being a tiger. But still kind of cute to see Thor, in a rather, gentlemanly way, still trying to garner her attention. Mentioned on the kind of part 1 of the live post over by the Ukraine Lion Pride that the TWS auction is going to be ending very, very soon. I wouldn't even be surprised. Oh, I can see my clock on the post. 15 minutes, technically 14 minutes until bidding ends on the TWS jewelry auction. Let me see if anybody's getting up to some auction talk in the comments here. I'm going to zoom out on Thor 2 just to give ourselves some context. He says he's got a whole free roaming habitat over here, but he likes trying to get the attention of the pretty girl. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Liz Green saying, I think Winona is awesome for her independence. Exactly. I couldn't agree more with that, Liz. And just one of those times where, hey, Winona, you tell us what you want. And she made it very clear about her opinions of cats and what type of cats she's had along a shared wall, and we'll accept them. And Thor's been a great candidate for that. And we're glad Winona maintains that sense of independence that, truthfully, she deserves. Yeah, I think you're handsome, Thor. And there's a whole lot of people on this post who think you're handsome. I'm in a good spot. Oh, maybe I'll be able to see her cruising around. I'm in a really good spot, actually. I think Pandora is coming to do a little tiger walk. And Pandora, we're so happy to see you out in your yard. You would have heard Olivia and I mention yesterday that she was given access to her yard. We even gave an update. So Thor says, attention on me, folks, attention on me. We would have learned yesterday that she was given access to her habitat after kind of showing some lethargy and us wanting to make sure Pandora, who's an older tigress, 19 if I'm not mistaken, is healthy and safe in her kind of senior and geriatric years. She's since got over that lethargy. We now concluded that Precious Pandora is about 100% deaf. And so that might have led to kind of some of our suspicions of why she was being unresponsive in her yard, and very simply it was because she couldn't hear us. But you can see for yourself, Mr. Handsome Thor Jr. I'm going to pull away from you for just a moment. There's Simon, or rather Jeremy, strutting his stuff, while Pandora sits exactly where she wants to sit, kind of watching over and presiding over her two white tiger suitors. So good to see. Yeah, thank you for the look, pretty lady. Thank you for the look. That's our same Pandora. She might not be able to hear the UTVs like she used to, but darn it, she'll get just as excited regardless. Thor, we're hearing a lot of knocking around over here. We're hearing a lot of thud, thud, boom, boom. Look at all the celebrations for Miss Pandora. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nancy Hodel pointing out beautiful yellow trees in the distance. I know, Nancy. And I'm so scared, truthfully, to leave this little hallway here in between the habitats. That's where the internet's being shot out from, is right there. Because yes, it is getting gorgeous around here. A lot of the Kind of variations of maples went kind of a lot earlier, almost at the end of September into early October. But now the birches are finally turning here in northern Minnesota, and that's where we're going to get a lot of that gold color, Thor. That gold color is beautiful, and as a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you see some of these photos pop up on a coming e-newsletter or social media, but I came in a little bit earlier and was doing kind of some sunrise drone stuff, and did some later evening drone photography as well. And that light looking gorgeous on these trees, Mr. Thor. Almost as gorgeous as it looks on a handsome white tiger like you, of course. But just as if, we need any reminder, with the internet cutting out on us like we are, but looking up at those drone photos, man, we are out here in the middle of nowhere, Thor Jr., and it's just so cool that our cats get to, truly experience, a peaceful and serene natural environment, in the highest order. It's really something special, and those photos definitely give a lot of perspective as to where we are, the type of space the cats have, and then, of course, how you all are the most important factor of that equation with your support. Lickety, 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 lick, Mr. Thor. And it looks like Pandora went all the way down. She's flat as a pancake in that patch of grass. But leave it to Jeremy to still maybe want a chuff or some type of acknowledgement from his tiger queen. Oh, brother. Well, everyone, truth to tell, I don't want to be live for the conclusion of the auction, just in case some folks are kind of want to be active over there to ensure that maybe they get the item that they have their eyes set on. But it's Friday here. It's the end of the week. Tammy as well as Gina have been at the Big Cat Sanctuary Alliance conference over in California. They will be back next week, so I'm very much excited to hear how that went. And it's kind of the the Tigers and Euphrates for all these accredited Big Cat sanctuaries to come together, trade information, help each other out as we always do, and looking forward to hearing about that. So they'll be back next week, a little bit of order restored. But nonetheless, hoping everyone has a great weekend, Mr. Thor Jr. The rescues here at the Wildcat Sanctuary certainly will. And hey, I hope to see you next Monday. And like I said, have a wonderful weekend, everyone.